Here we are on the 1st of March 2021. Bit of a work related video this one, so most of it will be driving. I'm off to Blythe. It's 8:30 in the morning. Sunny but very cold. I had to scrape the windows this morning. Well, the windscreen anyway, but I think it'll get out. The sun's shining. Might be a bit colder near the coast like, but we'll see. Just coming through a little place called East Law. Many locals will know East Law, I would imagine. Up to now, not much on the road. We'll get down by the A1, see what kind of traffic we've got down there. And yes, the bird yesterday was a missile thrush. They're a bit hard to distinguish between a song thrush and a missile thrush. But you can tell by the spots, basically. And the missile thrush is kind of bigger than a blackbird, where the song thrush is about the same size. But turned out a nice picture of it anyway. I was happy with that. I'm now with coming into realated Mill, and this is where they've done the resurfacing just a couple of weeks ago, starting from here. No, it wasn't. Somewhere around here, like. And it was very, very bad. Very bad. The road really desperately needed doing, like, in that particular spot. But the rest of it needs doing as well. It's still not very good. There, this line here, this is the new bit. And it's smooth as silk to drive on. It's the way our roads should be. That's why we pay road tax. Remember that word, road tax. Which ended up being just tax. Because it did very little to the roads, like. And that's it, we're finished. That's as much as they've done. But as I say, it needs a lot more. This is realated Mill Garage on the left. And the Derwent Walk is just still on the right. Even though I've came a few miles down the road, the Derwent Walk that I walk on is carries on. It's just behind these trees, actually, the Derwent Walk. Well, there's a woman running along the Derwent Walk. It goes right down to Swalwell, and the river's just there. There's a walk there, if you could see it. I'm standing in traffic now with Swalwell roundabout. You can expect a bit of traffic, I suppose. They're a busy roundabout, like, they're coming from all directions. Got Thomas Armstrong Quality Building Products in front there. See a few of them wagons going around carrying bricks and sand and all kinds of stuff. It's got breeze blocks on at the minute. I think they're one of the major suppliers. Yeah, quite a bit of traffic here. just more or less concentrating for me move out, like. Very busy. That's it, I'm away. Woman coming round with the indicators there, that doesn't help on a busy roundabout. Doesn't help at all. How are you supposed to know they're coming? Right, into the motorway. See what that's like. Well, it's more dual carriageway at this point rather than motorway, but it's still the A1. A few trucks on it. That's a scaffolding company truck there in front. Carry some weight then when you think of all the scaffolding pipes and or tubes and all the scaffolding boards which weigh a lot. But yeah. Well, that's year one anyway. Just about to come over the Tyne into Geordieland, Newcastle. Foggy as well. Driving into fog here. There's a 50 mile an hour limit because there's road works going on, and there have been for over a year. I can hardly even see the River Tyne, and it's just down there. My job done. Heading back again. Back on the A1. Almost coming over the River Tyne again. Traffic's quite busy in the opposite direction, like. Quite a few coming up and doing that way. Right, just coming over the Tyne now, and it's quite clear there now, like the Tyne. Taking the next turn off back through Swarwell roundabout and straight on towards Rolandsgill and Concert. Stand at these traffic lights here, and there's a red kite just floating around just above the road. Try and tilt the camera up a bit and catch it, but it's not easy. Oh, it's a wait. You get a lot of them in this area, like, because this is the areas of breeding. Chopwell Woods and that, which is just up the road. They just fly around people's gardens and see what's out dead. That's what they look for. Sometimes you can see 3 or 4. Just coming along this little bit stretch. There's another one just there. I can't see if I'm capturing it, but we'll find out later when we get it on the computer. And I'm I'm just coming into Rolandsgill anyway. is Medhamsley village. It's quite high up here as well. You climb all the way up from the bottom road. It's very quiet, Medhamsley. Best part of the time anyway, I think. Just on the outskirts of Concert. I see the schools are back. Just see the kids in the yard there as I come past. It's funny when you've got any kids, you don't understand these things. So yeah, I didn't even know they were back. There you go. Shows how much news and that I watch. So anyway, I'm heading up the Concert, gone to the bank, got a couple of things to do, and then back home. I brought the new camera with us today, but I never had a chance to use it. So I may go and do what I was wanting to do, go and do in the river with it and stick it in the river. See what you can see underwater. If it's very clear, like that is. Well, I'm at Concert now. Just turned into the car park. God, it's nearly empty. Not often you see that. Not often you see the car park nearly empty. You park wherever you feel like. Look, my finger got caught in a loop on the camera there. Right, so that's it. We're here. Right, I got home from work and had the usual cup of tea, and thought I would go down the river and just try out my new camera. There it is there. It's on a stick. See what kind of performance we can get out of this underwater and things like that. Let's see if it really is waterproof. Well, canny little morning this morning. Was a bit cold when I first left though, but sun's out now. It's still not really that warm, but it's ideal for walking really. I just didn't fancy putting up with the mud, but anyway, I'm going to try the new camera on the little bridge where I normally cross over. That's where I'm going to try it first. See what happens. I'm nearly there, so I'll get set up. Well, that's a couple of tests done. I'll just carry on up to the fish pass because that's where I want to practice a couple of shots in the water. See what happens there. I just took a little video clip with the new camera underneath the Lovelock Bridge on the stick, obviously, because that extends out about a metre. So I just hung it underneath the bridge from the centre of the bridge. So we'll see how that turns out. What I'll do is, when I've had time to mess on with the camera and settings and things like that, if I can get anything worth showing, I'll put them at the end of this video. So Obviously, first time I've used it, so what I'm doing might be all wrong. It's just trial and error. Well, I'm back at the fish pass again. I think somebody's actually been and opened that out. If you remember, last time I filmed here was all blocked and the water was nearly over the top of there. So this is where I was going to stick the new camera in the water, and then I looked down there and I thought, what am I going to benefit from that? Because it's probably too dark in there to see anything. So I chickened out for the time being. But anyway, I've tried my little experiments I want to try. I'm going to try one more where I'm just going to walk along this pool and just try an experiment. See how it turns out. So it's bye-bye fish pass for another day. I think I actually said I'm going to walk along this pool. I'm not that good. I meant just along beside it. So this is the narrow path where you bump into somebody, and that's why I've just turned around rather quickly, because there's a guy walking up with a dog. You alright? Alright, so if you're in the middle and somebody comes, well, you've had it. So just look at the draw, basically, because it actually goes around the corner, and you cannot quite see. I passed somebody here in a wheelchair once. I had to, luckily I was somewhere like that, and I had to nearly end up in the river to let them pass on a wheelchair. Bit silly like. Oh look, there's one of them stone things the kids paint. Never seen one of them for ages. You're meant to pick it up and put it somewhere else, which I will, so that the travel got it here. Yeah, so I'll find another spot for it along on my way back. This looks like a good spot. Look at what's in there. One of them poo bags, can you believe it? There it is anyway. See if anybody spots it and takes it and moves it. I've only had a couple of slices of toast today. And that's it, so get back and have to make something to eat. Bit peckish now. It's still muddy along here, but it's not that bad. Not as bad as it was last time I was along. Of course it's starting to dry up. We haven't had any rain. Or very little anyway. Back at the little bridge. The water seems to have calmed down a bit now, like. It's not running like it was the other day. Aye, so anyway, there was a few people give us a thumbs up yesterday. Thanks to all them. You alright? says you're right and I never even answered. Suppose takes all sorts. Anyway, right, go home and see what we can do as far as editing footage on this. Catch you in the next one then. So obviously if you liked it, thumbs up. And if it's your first time here, subscribe would be great. Helps the channel. So does the thumbs up, of course. Much appreciated. Right, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.